What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with some hot topics, you guys. So, yes, I know it's been a while since we've done hot topics, but I'm here now, and we're going to go ahead and jump into it, you guys. So, before we go ahead and just get into these hot topics, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then do me a solid favor and stop taking me out of this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your post notifications on, and sharing the video, you guys. And this is going to be the week's hottest topics. So these are the hot topics for the week of June the 10th through June the 16th, you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss what is hot and what is trending this week, shall we? All right, you guys. So like I said, I know I haven't done hot topics in quite some time. So the first thing that I want to do, since I did not get to do it the week that it actually happened, I want to say a rest in peace to the legend, the icon known to the world as Tina Turner. Anime Bullock, you guys. So I definitely want to come on here and say rest in peace to her because, I just couldn't do that. And I was going to do it last week. Each week I decided to do hot topics. I was like, ugh. I just didn't have just didn't feel like doing it. But yeah, I knew for a fact that I wanted to say rest in peace to her. So there we go. Rest in peace to that legend, that icon. But let's go ahead and really delve into these stories, you guys, shall we? All right, you guys. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is one of the biggest stories of this week, you guys. So if you guys have been living under a rock, then you guys don't know this story. But I'm pretty sure everyone knows the story, right? So this past Tuesday, former president, who, was indicted, right? So the Department of Justice released on Friday an unsealed federal indictment of former President who with 37 felony counts related to the mishandling of classified documents, obstructing justice, and making false statements, right? So who, he was set to appear at the federal courthouse in Miami for his arraignment on Tuesday. He encouraged his supporters to protest outside the courthouse and local officials. He encouraged his supporters to protest outside the courthouse, and the officials say they bolstered security. Now, I will go ahead and say real quickly, I did actually see, CNN talk about it. I saw Fox News. Remember, you guys, I told you my office space that I work in, the building, they have a lot of TVs that are on Fox News, right? So you see these nutcases literally outside of the courthouse with those stupid flags. The flags that say, who 2024. The one that really throws me is when I see these people who have these shirts on that say blacks for who. And most times they're not black people who have on shirts that say blacks, because I don't know too many black people who identify themselves as blacks. Do you? Because I don't. So, going further down. So, the Associated Press reported that members of the media outnumber supporters of the former president Tuesday morning. That's good. So, whose aide, Walt Nauta, also faces charges in the indictment. He was seen removing boxes at Mar-a-Lago on surveillance camera, according to the Associated Press. Now, did you guys see? So, they showed all those boxes that were at Mar-a-Lago. There were some boxes in the bathroom with that tacky ass chandelier hanging from the. I'm like, who has a chandelier hanging from the bathroom, right? There were boxes like everywhere. And I know like Kevin McCarthy wanted to come out and say, oh, well, at least his are in a bathroom where you can lock the door. You only can lock the door from the inside, not the outside. So they still have access, because he's trying to say that the boxes were in a bathroom. You can lock the bathroom, unlike Joe Biden, who had his in a garage that lifts up and down. If the garage is down, Kevin McCarthy, that means you can't get into the garage unless you break into the house. When it comes to those damn documents that was in that man's bathroom, the only way you can lock that bathroom is from, once again, the inside, not the outside. So they're easily accessible. So if people were to come over to, you know, that place and go to the bathroom, oh my God, there are government secrets right here at my beck and call. The Republicans are a joke, to be quite honest with you, because they love to spin everything that he does and he says and does, and I just don't understand how you can spin those things. Because for me, I don't. It's the things that he says and does indefensible, but somehow these Republicans find a way to defend it. Like you had Mitch McConnell, not Mitch McConnell, but Lindsey Graham. He was on ABC this past Sunday with what is his name? I can't. George Stephanopoulos, and he was having a whole little temper tantrum. And I was like, sir, calm down. Like y'all do the most, but y'all want to be the party of law and order, but y'all don't want the law to apply to him. Y'all feel like President Biden should pardon him. Like, no, that means y'all are trying to say that he's above the law, and he is not above the law, right? So, special counsel Jack Smith on Friday said that the indictment charged the former president with felony violations of our national security laws and participating in conspiracy to obstruct justice. He also encouraged the public to read the indictment to understand the scale and scope of the charges. So, this website that I'm looking at, it also has photos of the indictment. So it says our laws that protect national defense information are critical to the safety and security of the United States, and they must be enforced, Smith said. Violations of those laws put our country at risk. And that's the thing that I'm having an issue with, right? Everyone wants to say, well, oh, he was the president, so he had the right to take those documents. No, he did not. First of all, he was no longer the president of the United States. And he knew that. He knew he wasn't the president. He knew he didn't have the right to take those documents. Go look at that interview that he did with what's his name from Fox News. I can't even think of what his name is. But he did an interview on Fox News, and basically when he was talking about, you can, if you just think about it, it's declassified. That kind of dumb shit. But whatever. So Smith added that the defendants in the criminal case, you know who, and Nada, must be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. The case will be tried in the Southern District of Florida. The indictment alleges that you know who shared a classified map related to an ongoing military operation and improperly stored boxes containing classified documents at his Florida home, Mar-a-Lago, including in a ballroom, bathroom, and shower. Federal prosecutors also accused the former president of defying requests from the Justice Department to hand over classified documents, making false statements to the FBI, and tapping his aides to help hide the boxes of records. What a disgusting human being. And that's really all that's right here. So I know a lot of people are still talking about, him running for president, right? And I know people have talked about what his defense team could probably do, since we are, nearing an election, right? And at this point, he is the Republican front runner. I think he has a good enough margin. I don't know. So speaking of Republican primaries, right, you guys? So we've added the likes of a Tim Scott, who is despicable to me. To look at that man, I'm not sure, you know what, I'm gonna call him what I was gonna call him. To look at that coon and just see him, he irritates me. He grates my soul when I see him in them gums. He just grates my soul. So Tim Scott has thrown his name in the race. Chris Christie has thrown his name in the race. I don't think Chris Christie has a shot, and I'm not a big fan of Chris Christie. But what I will say about Chris Christie is he's not holding back any punches when it comes to who, right? So Tim Scott, Chris Christie, Ron DeSantis, he's throwing his name in the hat. Ron DeSantis is just as disgusting as who for me. Who else is throwing their name in the ring? Mike Pence. So it's a lot of people who are they're throwing their names in the Republican primary. But like I said, currently this orange man still holds the lead for the party, right? And that's just disgusting. If we just think about everything that's happened, I just don't know how people can still say that they would vote for this man. And then there are some people who won't even denounce him. Like when you ask them, are you going to vote for him? They won't say yay or nay. And it's just like, you're helping. Like, by you not saying yes or no, that still helps him. And this man incited an insurrection. And that's what I can't get past, is he incited a whole ass insurrection and people still want to vote for him. But okay. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think he's gonna go to jail? I would love it if he would go to jail, but I don't know, you guys. We'll have to wait and see. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And we're gonna pause here and we're gonna move on to the next story, you guys. All right, you guys. So this next story, it was disastrous, right? So you guys know that, if you guys don't know, this past Sunday there was a boxing match between Floyd Mayweather and who was he? Who was he boxing? Now that I don't know, because I don't keep up with boxing like that. I've never been a boxing fan. But Floyd was having a match, right? John Gotti the third. So it was between Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti the third, right? So this was I think it was sponsored by Zeus. So I did see, that some of the Zeus Network artists were there performing. I saw that Jocelyn performed. I saw that Blueface performed. I saw that Krishan performed, and she is very much so pregnant. And I pray for that baby, and I pray for her, but I'm also pray for that baby. What happened is, with this backstage, there was a whole melee. So you guys, I don't know who this Big Lex girl is. I do know that she is from Jocelyn's Cabaret, right? Or Cabaret. So I know she's from the Cabaret, but me personally, I've never really watched Jocelyn's Cabaret, because from what I've heard, that she talks down to those girls and she treats those girls much like Stevie J used to treat her back in the day on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So it's like you went from being treated like a prostitute and he was your pimp, to you doing that to these girls on this show, who you're supposed to be helping them get out of the strip club and do good for themselves, but you fight them and you belittle them and talk down to them. But okay, I guess that's women's empowerment, right? So this Big Lex girl, so again, I don't know who she is, so I can't speak on anything, because everybody was like, oh, but Big Lex said this about her, that it's on site when she see Jocelyn. She talked so much shit about Jocelyn. Okay, I'm fine with that. So this video was released of Jocelyn and this Big Lex girl fighting. I was like, oh my God. When I saw the video, I'm like, that's not really Jocelyn, is it? Because I remember just last week, Jocelyn went on stage and said that was the first time that she had performed sober. I was like, oh, okay. So when I saw this video of Jocelyn, the girl looked demented, looked possessed, looked like she had just done a whole line of coke, allegedly, right? Because she looked high out of her mind. So in the video, you see one guy, and there are multiple videos, by the way. So you see this one guy, he's recording it, and at one point she had this girl, Big Lex, in a chokehold, right? And he was like, man, somebody needs to do something. And I'm like, sir, you're more focused on getting this video instead of you doing something, right? Granted, there are a whole slew of men around her and nobody is doing anything. At one point, this girl Big Lex was getting jumped, right? So I did see a video before I did this video. I did see a video before I came on camera where they actually did show that there was a guy who was fighting with that girl. But everybody kept seeing Melissa, who is Mimi's ex-girlfriend, jumping in the fight. So Melissa was not the guy. Melissa was the one that was in that blue, I believe, blue or turquoise, right? That was kicking the girl. At one point, the girl was on the ground and y'all are kicking on her. Y'all are kicking her. I was like, wow, that's terrible. Then they broke it apart, and Jocelyn's husband, boyfriend, fiance, Ballistic Beast, right? Now, I have saw clips of him, and I remember when that Amber girl was the Amber girl from I think season 3 of Jocelyn's Cabaret, when they sued her about that reunion. So it seems like he gets involved in so much of her stuff, right? Because at one point you can see him in this Big Lex girl's face, and I'm like, bruh, back. So if that's not bad, also I will say that Big Lex girl, when Jocelyn had her, she took her heel off and she was clocking her with that heel. I'm like, exactly, girl, use everything you got to get this big bitch off of you. Like, ugh. So I didn't like the fact that none of the security, and that's what somebody tweeted. Somebody tweeted this the other day when a girl was like, why come none of the niggas that was around her broke up the fight, right? And then this guy gonna come up on her tweet and say, that's like asking a woman. That's like if y'all say if two men fighting, y'all, I don't hear y'all saying when two men fight, why don't a woman break up that fight? First of all, a woman is not gonna break up a fight between two men unless she is She-Hulk. Like, why would a woman try to break up a fight between two men? She's probably gonna get hurt more out of that situation. So that was apples and oranges. So the security, I had an issue with the fact that the security was just sitting there and doing absolutely nothing to stop this shit. Absolutely not a damn thing. They were just sitting there watching the fight go on and on and on. So eventually the fight broke up. Like I said, Ballistic got in that girl's face. Then there's another video of Jocelyn just slapping this one security guard, slapping him, slapping him, slapping him, slapping him. I'm like, nigga, you stupid. Ain't no way that this coked out woman would be slapping me in my motherfucking face. And coked out, I use that allegedly. There's no way that this woman would be slapping me in my motherfucking face, because she was just slapping that man. Then she was just slapping people left and right. Then she went and slapped this white girl in the back of the head. She just did that to her. And the white girl was turned around and she just threw her drink at Jocelyn. And, whoever she was with, they were trying to get her away, because Jocelyn was like I said, Jocelyn was like a damn bull, like she saw red. So she was gonna go after that girl, but then the guy that was in that white, and Melissa, they both ran after that woman, attacking her. I was like, this bitch just got hit by that one. So y'all gonna attack her because she got attacked. What kind of sense does that make? It was ridiculous to me. So freaking ridiculous, right? So then on top of that, Jocelyn did get arrested this week, right? And she got charged. She got 4 charges, right? I know she got charged with domestic violence. She got charged with resisting arrest. They should have charged her with, being high, but that's neither. But maybe that mugshot that she got, that mugshot screams that I'm coming down from a coke bender, because her makeup was, her lipstick was smeared. Oh, she looked horrible. Like, what the fuck, man? I get when people say, yeah, here's my thing, right? Because everybody wants to say that the Big Lex girl said it was on site. I don't have a problem with the Big Lex saying it's on site. And Jocelyn said, okay, it's on site. Here's one thing I want to say real quick. And I know some people probably gonna feel some type of way about this, but I'm gonna say it, and I mean it. When it comes to Jocelyn, I do feel like people overhype Jocelyn as a fighter. I don't think that Jocelyn can fight. Like, I don't. Jocelyn only can fight when she charges at somebody. Because let's go back to Love and Hip Hop Reunion season 3, I believe it was, when her and Stevie J was coked out. She charged Althea, she charged Mimi, and she charged Tammy. She either charges you or catches you off site. And I think that's the only way, because she never goes heads up with anybody. She charges people. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel, right? Because I mean, let's go back to when she got into it with Tommy. They were in that scene that they filmed together. There was a barrier between them, and she wasn't gonna move from that. And I'm not saying that Tommy is any kind of fighter, but I'm just saying she wouldn't move from that barrier with Tommy. When they were on Peter Street and Tommy tried to run her over with the car, she did nothing. She filed a restraining order against the bitch. So that's that. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, you guys, and we are going to pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about this stuff with Anita Baker and Babyface, right? So Anita Baker has removed Babyface from her tour after several days of criticizing him on Twitter. And I know Anita Baker, she blocks the fuck out of people on Twitter. So I'm gonna be cautious about what I say because I don't want Miss Anita coming and blocking me. I love me some Anita Baker, by the way, you guys. I love Anita Baker. So the Grammy-winning singer, 64, confirmed that Baker decided to cut him from her Songstress tour in a statement provided to USA Today on Tuesday, saying that he is saddened by the news. I ain't laughing at that, but it's unfortunate and disheartening to see how things have played out via social media, Babyface said. While I was looking forward to the rest of the dates, I have nothing but love and respect for Anita, and I wish her the best for the remainder of her tour. Babyface's removal follows a public spat between the two musicians that played out for their fans on social media. And yes, you guys, that shit did play out on social media. It was a few weeks ago. I can't remember when it was, but I remember when it happened, right? So it says, on Monday, Baker asked Babyface, whose real name is Kenneth Brian Edmonds, on Twitter to call off fans she said are bullying and threatening her as a result of him not performing during a May show on the tour. She dubbed them Kenny's Crazies. Oh, that is hilarious. Some of his fans are not accepting of the reality that he is contracted as special guest on my tour. She said on my tour. Some even want to hurt me. Oh my God. Crazy. And that's her words. Oh my God. So here's my thing, you guys. I don't understand when people do this on social media, attack these people. Like, you guys, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. You don't know Anita Baker and you don't know Babyface. So for y'all, and some of y'all are good and grown as hell. Some of y'all are older than me. And y'all are threatening this woman. That is ridiculous. This is a 64-year-old woman. So, her tweet came after a week of alluding to the dust-up over Babyface not performing at a May 10th New Jersey stop on her tour. The night of the New Jersey concert, Babyface took to social media to tell fans he was asked not to take the stage at the Prudential Center so that headliner Baker could perform a full set after the show got off to a late start. Fans and celebrities responded with criticism of Anita Baker. And I know Tank has had something to say. I don't give a fuck what Tank got to say, you guys. I really couldn't be bothered to give a damn. Later, Babyface told People magazine in a statement on May 11th that his set was cut due to technical issues, explaining that production crews were unable to get a video screen running in time for his performance. So, let's just run back to what I just read a few minutes ago. Because, see, right here it says there was a technical issue, but then up here it's saying that he didn't perform because Anita Baker wanted to perform a full set. So, what's the real deal? So, yeah, on Twitter, on Monday, Baker told her Twitter followers that Babyface is a special guest support act on my tour. This false narrative of a co-headliner is creating unrealistic expectations and aggressions from his fans towards me. He should tell you guys the truth. Well, I mean, hell, if that's what if he is a co-headliner, we don't know. I don't know what the truth is, right? So on June 6th, she tweeted, Live Nation took full responsibility. I went on my stage at the appropriate time, did my job without benefit of full production. Babyface and Baker had a past legal dealing when he sued her in 2006. But Baker told her Twitter followers on June 6th that had been settled and there were no hard feelings between them. Shit, it probably is now. It probably is now. But yeah, you guys, that's really it. Like I said a few minutes ago, we don't know, we know their music, so we don't know them personally. And if he wasn't at the May 11th show, there probably was a reason. Like, you just see that I read two different reasons. One was about the production. One said that she wanted to perform a full set. So We don't know everything. There's so much stuff that could have happened behind the scenes, and here people are going on her social media and threatening her, right? Now, I will say I have saw some people who have been on my timeline that I don't follow, by the way, which I hate that on Twitter, the For You and the regular. Oh, I hate that. But there were some people that said that Anita Baker had blocked them, right? And they said they didn't say nothing, negative to her, right? But I know that there are probably people out there who are saying some nasty things to her. So leave that woman alone, y'all. If y'all don't want to go to her concert, don't go. That's all I gotta say. If you feel like Babyface, like if you feel like she's wrong for whatever's going on with her and Babyface, let her and Babyface handle that. That is between Anita Baker and Babyface, not you all. And once again, if y'all are fans of Babyface and Anita Baker, then y'all are of a certain particular age. And let's keep it a buck. If you guys are fans of Babyface and Anita Baker, who are both older than me, but I know their music. I know Anita Baker's music and I know Babyface's music. That's because I was born and I'm a 90s baby, right? So, yeah, y'all, and I'm a 90s child, so that definitely means that if I know the 90s music, if I know that music from the 90s and like older people, like they were in their teens, 20s, 30s, and 40s and up, that means y'all motherfuckers are older as hell now and y'all doing some dumb shit on social media. Get a life. Go outside. Touch the grass. Hug a tree. Do something productive with your time and with your day. But that's it, you guys. Let's pause here and go ahead and move on to the next story. All right, you guys. So the next story that I want to talk about, it's a story that just recently happened. So it's two in one, right? It's two things in one story. So this is gonna be everything that's happened with Sukihana. So you guys know Sukihana from Love and Hip Hop Miami, right? Suki with the good coochie, right? And the thing is with Suki with the good coochie, Suki with the good coochie is a persona. That's not who she really is, you guys. And I want people to understand that and know that that's not who that woman is in her real life. I don't think she's Suki with the good coochie around her children. I don't think she's Suki with the good coochie around her family. I think that Suki with the good coochie is, like I said, a persona. It's a small persona that she uses for her music. Her it's her stick. It's what's made her famous, right? And yes, I know she's done OnlyFans, but again, that doesn't give people the right or the justification to do the things that they've done, right? So the first thing that I saw was she was on Candy's is it Candy Coated Nights? So yeah, you guys know that Candy brought Candy Coated Nights back. And I'm happy that she brought it back, right? So Suki was a guest on there, and you guys know Candy does that with she, A1, and I believe someone else. I can't remember who, but I know A1 is somebody that she does it with. So A1 was being a creep. Let's just keep it a buck. He was being a creep when Suki was there, right? He was talking about how he wants to sniff her vagina. He didn't say vagina. He said her P word, right? He wants to stick his tongue in her ass, sniff her ass. And when you looked at her, like, I don't know if A1 didn't read the room, but when you clearly looked at Suki, you could tell that she was visibly uncomfortable by the conversation. And because she kept looking at him and she would give that, she would get that little laugh, but it wasn't I'm comfortable with this conversation laugh, right? So and then Candy's over there. Candy's over there laughing, and I'm like, Candy, that's not funny. Like, how would you feel if you had your daughters there, right? And someone was speaking to them in that manner? You wouldn't like it. And I saw a lot of people that ride for Candy, right, on Twitter. I saw a lot of people that ride for Candy on Twitter who was defending, saying, what was Candy supposed to do? What was Candy supposed to do? I'm like, she could have said, stop, Leave her alone. This is Candy's platform. It's called Candy Coated Nights. DJ A1 is on there, you know, working for you. So you're the boss. And I think that's a problem when it comes to Candy. That Candy, she's so loyal to people, right? But she doesn't know how to necessarily, check people, put people, be like, you shouldn't do that. She's too nice. And she feels it's that loyalty thing with Candy. So she doesn't really know how to call people out. And that is something that you should have called out, right? Like I said, I was on Twitter. There were a lot of people who were defending, saying what was she supposed to do. There's one person that I fuck with, that I watched his video, Scotty. Scotty even said she was wrong, and I respect that. Like, you can say that she's wrong. You can clearly say that the Candy was wrong, because she should have said something. She definitely should have said something to A1, not sit there and laugh, because it really wasn't funny. Because at one point, Suki, he said, "You like you?" She said, "Because Candy, not Candy, but A1 was like, she liked that shit." She was like, "Actually, I don't like if we're having sex. If I'm having sex, yes." And that's why I say, Suki with a good coochie is not a real person. Sukiana, her name ain't even Sukiana. Like, that Sukiana character is literally that. It's a character. I don't think I know that's not who she is, right? So that's that. The next thing is I don't know where she was at, right? But that YK Osiris boy, I guess they have been having a little banter, a little flirt session with each other. And that's fine and dandy if she flirts with you, right? But if this woman doesn't tell you to put your hands on her or any of your body parts on her, then don't do it, right? So at one point, she was facing front and he was behind her. So he comes up and kisses her on her shoulder. I'm like, ugh, that's a little creepy. But okay, I guess. So then he comes back and he massages her shoulder. I'm like, oh, we're getting a little testy here. We're getting a little testy touchy. Like, no, sir, let's not do that. So after that, he proceeds to grab her face, turn her, and kisses her in her mouth. I was like, oh, now that is nasty as fuck. You are trifling as fuck. Like, no, sir, that is something that we will not do. And then what blew me was, like what I said with Jocelyn earlier, there were a bunch of guys sitting right beside her, and not one person said, yo, bruh, you're doing the most. Like, not one person said that you were doing the most to this man. That's a violation of her. That is sexual assault, and I didn't like it, right? And what I really don't like even more than that is the people who want to justify what YK Osiris did, which I don't know that man, by the way. YK Osiris, and what does he do? Is he a rapper? Let me know in the comment section. But I don't agree with what he did and what A1 did, right? And for the people to say, oh, but she's so sexual. She's so sexual. So let's just talk about that real quick. So a stripper, because she does that by profession, does that mean that a man has the right to grope her, do anything to her outside of her profession? A sex worker, well, let's just say sex workers in general. Sex workers, does that mean that just because a person does a sex work job, does that mean that the man has a right, when they see them not in their job, to violate them if they're a porn star, a stripper, a prostitute, whatever they are, right? Does that mean that a man has the right to do that to them because, oh, well, that's what she does for a living? No, I do it for a living. I'm not in my profession right now. You don't have the right to touch me. Same way with Suki. Suki can be as sexual as she wants to be, right? That doesn't give you the right to do that to her, right? Now, when it comes to Suki, what I will say is I don't have a problem with the over-the-top character. What I will say is I want her to kind of drop it. And the reason why I say I want her to drop it is because I think she's an amazing talent. I want her to succeed based off of her talent. I don't want her to have to succeed because of the sexual stuff. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and we're going to pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, Pat Sajak from Wheel of Fortune, he announced that he is going to be retiring, you guys. So I think he's going to be leaving after next season, if I'm not mistaken. It's not this season, because I think the season is already wrapped, if I'm not mistaken, because I mean we're in the summer. But Pat Sajak, who has hosted Wheel of Fortune for 40 years, has announced his retirement, right? So yes, after 40 years, he's gonna step down next year, right? So if you got, oh my God, it's so interesting because I was watching Entertainment Tonight, and you know they had done they showed some previous interviews they had done with Pat, right? And you know, he was telling how people have come up to him and told him how they're, you know, because of Wheel of Fortune, you know, their kids were able to learn the alphabet. I'm one of them, right? Because my mom told me that I learned my letters from Wheel of Fortune. Because that's what my mom and my grandma used to love watching at 6:30 in our 6:30 our time in my hometown, right? So yeah, he's stepping down after 40 years, and you know, they're talking about who can be a potential host, right? So I know Whoopi said that you know she would like to host it, and I think I read yesterday that what is his name, Ryan Seacrest, he's in the runnings to be a host. I don't know how Ryan Seacrest is in the runnings to be a host of Wheel of Fortune, right? Because Ryan has so many things that he does currently. He just left, you know, Kelly Live with Kelly and Ryan to do American Idol, you know, full time. Well, he still does American Idol full time, but you know, I guess he was traveling back and forth from New York to LA to do both shows, so it was taking a toll on him. But Ryan Seacrest has so many damn things that he does, so I don't know how he can host Wheel of Fortune. But you guys, let me know, who would you guys like to see host Wheel of Fortune? I think at one point Pat's daughter has stepped in for him, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see, you know, what Wheel of Fortune will look like without Pat Sajak. But I do believe Vanna White is still going to be on. Man, that whenever Vanna retires, that's going to be something, right? Because we know Vanna for them gowns and you know touching the letters. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys think about that down below in the comment section. And I think we're going to go ahead and pause here and go ahead and wrap up. Nope, we got one more story, and then we'll do the wrap ups. All right, you guys. So there has been a rumor that is. So I don't know if it's been officially announced, but and I'm actually looking it up currently. So there was a rumor that Tyler Perry had bought BET. Now you guys know that Tyler Perry and a slew of others are in the wanted to buy BET, right? So it was rumored earlier this week that Tyler Perry had bought BET. Now I'm looking at a and I'm looking at something right now, and it's telling me that the rumored reported purchase of BET by Tyler Perry has made waves this week on social media. The rumored reported purchase of BET by Tyler Perry has made waves this week on social media, but it has one slight drawback. As of now, it's completely unsubstantiated. Oh, okay. So I was about to get this man congratulations, but it's unsubstantiated, you guys. So as of right now, Tyler Perry hasn't bought BET. So yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about that? If Tyler were to buy BET, I know people are talking about, oh my God, what would the programming look like, right? That is a good question. What would the programming look like on BET if Tyler Perry were to buy it? I would be afraid to see it, you guys, honestly, because Sisters is not that good. Now I know that they brought on writers, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Speaking of BET, you guys, I do believe that the BET Awards is going to be held next Sunday. Yes, I do believe that the BET Awards is next Sunday on June 25th, you guys. So you guys know I watch the BET Awards every year. We do a review of it, and it's going to be the same this year. Who is the host? Who is the host of the BET Awards this year? Have they announced? Because I don't know who the host is. But the BET Awards does air, yep, it airs next Sunday, June 25th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Central, is that Central Standard Time? It's 7 p.m. I think it's 7 p.m. my time. But yeah, you guys, Who's the host? BET Awards. Who's the host? 'Cause I don't know. I saw the commercials. I just don't know who the host is. Are they having a host this year? Nope, I don't see a host. That is very interesting. Who the hell is hosting the BET Awards? Did they not find a host? All right, you guys. But yeah, we'll be there for the BET Awards. But let's pause here and wrap up the hot topics, you guys. All right, you guys. So we're gonna do some congratulations and some breakups. So the congratulations are in order for Uzo Aduba, who announced that she and her husband are expecting their first child together. And if you guys don't remember Uzo Aduba, she is from Orange is the New Black, Crazy Eyes, you guys. And I guess this is a congratulations. I don't know. So it's stated that Khalees is dating Bill Murray. Bill Murray is what, 60, 70 years old? I don't know if that's true or not, you guys. Oh, she is. Khalees is feeling blessed, rich, and happy amid Bill Murray romance speculations. Okay. So Bill Murray is 72 years old and Khalees is 43 years old. Baby, if she likes it, I love it. You know, I'm seeing a pattern with a lot of older men because I think Al Pacino, who else? It's a lot of older men that just had babies with younger women. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Never mind. Keep that comment to yourself. And then the last thing is, I guess this is a congratulations or not, depending on who you ask. Nene and her boyfriend broke up. She was calling him a narcissist. So I guess that's a congratulations to her that she's away from that man. Okay. That's really all I got, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about all these stories down in the comment section below, you guys. Please subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and also share the video, you guys. Until the next time, please stay safe out there, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll catch you guys for the next one. So on my lunch break today, I still have not done Sisters, nor have I done Real Housewives of Orange County. So those will be up. And then I also have to do, what else do we have to do today? What else do we have to do? Sisters, Orange County, and Friday we have to do Bell Collective. So Bell Collective, I'm gonna try to get that one up on Friday late. I'm gonna try to get that up after the episode or sometime around after the episode goes off on Friday because I am going home Friday night, and I'll be home Friday from Friday night until probably Sunday or Monday. I don't know because I'm taking off Monday for observance of Juneteenth. So all the videos this weekend might be a little bit delayed. Love and Marriage Huntsville, I'm hoping to have that one up on Sunday for you guys. If I come home Sunday, it'll be up like early Sunday morning. But yeah, you guys, just I'll keep you guys updated on the community tab. But that's it, you guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I know I've already said that. Subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And also, you guys, happy Juneteenth. Bye.